Hello and welcome to Blackpool Pleasure Beach. It's a bank holiday down in England. It's not back in Scotland, but my daughter and I... Say hi, Hannah.
Hi.
We work for English companies, so we got the day off. My missus and my other kids, they're back at school and work and... I keep hearing this place has been dead all season. So I thought I'd come down on a bank holiday and see if that is true, or if it's actually going to get busy. The weather's been all over the shop as I've driven down, so I'm kind of keeping my fingers crossed that it stays dry. But let's get inside. A few things to talk about in the park today, and yeah, let's just see what we get on and how busy it is. I'm letting Hannah decide because she's not been here for a long time. Just started off on Alice. It's great to see them doing all the maintenance. Like, the paint in there is really, really vibrant, which is fantastic. I knew that was one of the few kind of rides that was officially sanctioned, allowed, I don't know what the word is, by Disney, like, because Jeffrey Thompson and Disney, Walt Disney used to be quite close. Didn't realise there was actually a very, very, very similar attraction in California. Like, I'd imagine being Disney, it's probably on another scale, but it looks very similar. So, yeah. Where are we going now, Hannah?
Wallace.
Wallace and Gromit. Hey! I have to say, so far, it's dead. Which is great as a visitor, because you can get on lots of stuff, but as an enthusiast, it's a bit worrying if the park is constantly quiet. The park needs to make money to invest, so, yeah. Anyway, let's get on Wallace. I was about to say it's walk on. No, it's not open yet. It doesn't open until past. So next up apparently is Airbender. Let's see if that's open, or if Hannah keeps picking things that are not open yet. Numpty. So I guess that's back to being the tallest coaster in the UK for the next few days. Obviously gutting that Hyperia had to close after one day of operation. I do think it was funny though that Blackpool were sending a van around near Thorpe Park saying that they had the tallest running coaster. I do hope Hyperia get that back up and running soon, and I really want to get on it. We went to do Airbender. Yeah, we did Airbender. I think they've changed the cycle on that. I used to always say that was the best roller disco out there, but it's nowhere near as intense as it used to be. So now we're standing in a big ass queue, waiting 10 minutes for Icon. Good thing is this thing is a queue eater, so hopefully it won't be too long. They've been doing test runs, which, like, intentionally rolling back, just to kind of test the train before they start. It's one thing I do like about Top Thrill 2 is how that's kind of built into the design, like you intentionally get a rollback, because, you know, I'm sure most enthusiasts, not the public, if you see Stealth in Thorpe Park, you want to get that rollback. And if you're the public and you get a rollback, you're probably not going to be happy. It'd be good if they did that on Icon as a start, kind of like a rollback and then a second launch, but clearly not part of the ride. This is not Icon. I'll explain when I get off. So yeah, that obviously is not Icon. After I recorded the clip about rollbacks, a guy came out and said they're having technical difficulties and it's still not running. So that's not great. In terms of the park, it's pretty dead. I think everybody's right. Like, it's not super dead, but for a bank holiday, it's really quiet, and yeah, ride availability doesn't look too good either. So I'm not even going to predict what we're going on next, because we'll probably get there and find it shut. So I'll see you on the next ride. Pretty sure that opened on opening weekend and has been shut ever since. So that's down. Wallace still hasn't opened. Icon still hasn't opened. Yeah, not a good start. Are we having a seat now? Are we? We're having a seat. Okay, we're having a seat.
Dad got a hug off of What's his name?
Gromit.
Gromit. Big cuddles. You wouldn't let go.
My daughter was filming me, so I'll probably put that in right now. More availability issues. It says on the app that the Nash and Valhalla open at 11. It's 20 past and neither of them are open yet. So I'm on the flying machines because it's open. And she's singing with me. And I'll probably get demonetized for that. Yay! The ride is open! Yay! Let's get on Alice. No, we've done Alice. Let's get on Wallace.
I think he's lost his mind a wee bit. Just a wee bit.
Some would say I never had it in the first place.
What's today now? Tuesday.
Right, we managed to get on Wallace and we're now heading over towards Icon. My daughter, being a teenager, is on her phone a lot, and despite it being a brand new iPhone 15, she can chew through a battery in 10 minutes. You know, social butterfly and all that. They do sell batteries here, apparently, but none of them are working. Like the station in the Wallace shop is knackered. Apparently there's not one in Nick anymore, the one in Icon's not working.
The only one is at the main shop when you walk in the park.
Yeah, yes, so if you've got a phone that's got a little bit of a shady battery,
Bring your own.
Bring your own charger, because Blackpool ain't going to help you. That's not great. We're standing in the queue waiting for Icon, and I noticed the two trains that are on are not the Enzo trains, and check the app. Enzo's not listed. Starting to wonder if it's time they kind of brought the price down. I'm guessing it's not running because there's not enough people interested in it. It was there earlier because, yeah, they definitely saw it running. But 15 quid a head, it's like, what do you think? You think they should bring it down to 5 quid? I don't think they're ever going to make it free, but if they brought it down to a fiver, I think a lot more people would do it. Like, for me, I'll do it once in a blue moon. But at 15 quid, I'm not doing it on every visit. And regularly you see the train going round with those two seats empty. We got an Icon. Not the fastest operations on there actually, that was quite disappointing. I've said about ride availability, but I'm looking online and it seems that Towers and Thorpe Park are having similar issues with availability. So not unique to this park. I am curious though. I did a video start of the year when the Pleasure Beach said they were going to be called Pleasure Beach Resort. And I said I was quite positive about that. I thought it was kind of optimistic, you know, it's kind of a big change, shows they're moving in the right direction. I mean, this place is dead. So they've obviously said they're going to announce something to replace Grand Prix. I think that's kind of going to be pivotal to how this park succeeds, because it's just not drawing people, and obviously, you know, losing the tallest coaster doesn't help. So I'm curious what it is they're going to put in. I'd like it to be something decent, something new, something original, something to get people here. But bit of a catch-22, if they're not getting the visitors, have they got the money for something big? Or are we going to get kind of like a kid's ride? Let me know in the comments what you think is going to happen, because yeah, I think this could be make or break for the Pleasure Beach for the next few years. Got my fingers crossed for them though. It's 1 o'clock. I've never seen this place quiet ever, let alone at 1 o'clock. So, had some lunch at the really quiet pizza place. Hannah wasn't impressed because the guy said is that one adult and one child.
I am not a child. I am 18 years of age, and then after I took my jumper off and whipped out all my tattoos. So,
I mean, I nearly saved a tenner. I should have said yes. So now we're just chilling on the still broken Dora ride because them speakers still do nothing. But it's a glorious day. I'm kind of glad I'm here because I'm here in the back up in Edinburgh. It's hailstones, and I got blue skies. It would be rude not to when the queue is this small. So let's go get one icon. Ah, that was good. Not only was Icon walk on, so was the front row. So yeah, did that. I am out of breath just running up those stairs. I seriously need to get my ass to the gym. Are you about to abandon me?
I need to pee, and then I'm going to go.
I'm about to be abandoned. My daughter's away. It's something car related. So maybe I'll go on the big one, or maybe I'll go on Revolution. I'm not sure. Whichever one she doesn't want to do, I'll do that. So just to give you a clue how dead it is. That's scary. I mean, it's great, but it's scary. Anyway, Hannah's abandoned me, and I'm going to go and do the big one. Right, that's a big one done. That gets rougher every time I go on it. I saw some speculation, I think Scott did a video, that there's rumours that they're not going to continue with the retracking this year. I mean, the park's not said anything either to confirm or deny that. I am curious, like, it is rough. I did notice over at the Helix, I did notice over at the Helix, there's a few new races on the track, so I don't know if they've done some extra work there, but I don't know, I'm curious, especially now with Hyperia. Obviously that's lost the crown. I mean, today it's the tallest running coaster because Hyperia is still knackered, but yeah, I'm curious. It's also only running on one train today. I don't know, I was on two earlier, I don't know why it's only on one, but I have no idea what's next. As I say, my daughter's abandoned me for a little bit, and I'm going to get on a few things. I did think I was going to go on Revolution. I don't know if I'm going to. I'm just enjoying the nice weather, which my other kids and my partner are not getting back in Edinburgh. That's Nick's streak done, and my daughter's still abandoned me. She's off doing, I don't know what she's doing. It's 3 o'clock. I think I'm going to grab a coffee and chill out, enjoy the sunshine, and then hopefully my daughter will be back at that point and we can get a couple more rides before the park shuts. Right, caffeine acquired, and I'm back in my favourite spot for a monthly update on Ice Blast. I mean, it looks exactly like it did the last time I was here. Broken. I mean, I did see maintenance today, so that's progress. I mean, they had watering cans and they were just watering those plants, but you know, that's progress. Unless, of course, they're just trying to grow the plants to cover the ride up so we forget it's there. I mean, I'm ribbing Pleasure Beach for this because, you know, it's now the end of May and it's still not here. But neither's Hex, so, you know, Alton Towers in the same boat, although I have a little more faith that's coming back. I don't know, this just looks really run down. Like, from what a few other channels have said, this was 100% on the chopping block, and then for whatever reason Amanda's decided to try and keep it. I don't know, I think it needs to go and, you know, get something else, even if it's just a replacement tower, like a newer modern tower. But this one's just got no force left, it's just What's your thoughts? Do you think they should get rid of it? Do you think they should keep it? Because I mean, the last official news was we're waiting on parts that will open this season. Yep. Look who's back.
I'm back.
She's decided to come back and actually be in the park with me after abandoning me. Apparently she wants to go and do steeplechase, so...
I don't know why, because I know I'm going to get whiplash, but it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine until the brakes sort of hit you, but anyway, let's go over and go on steeplechase. Right, well, I got some whiplash there on the steeplechase thanks to Hannah. It was,
I did warn you. I said before we went on it, I'm going to get whiplash. If I get it, that means you're going to get it too. So,
I mean, I got it. Actually managed to get on the elusive yellow track, the one that never runs.
and we're unsure if we won.
Yeah. Little reminder, because I've seen this a couple of times today. There are some parks in this country who are okay with filming, on rides that is. Blackpool ain't one of them. We were on Avalanche earlier, and we'd literally left the station to where the transfer track is, and it came to a halt because the guy came along and told somebody to put their phone away. And then on Steeplechase, somebody was filming and the ride-up made them delete the footage. So yeah, there are some parks that are okay with it. Blackpool do in very rare occasions with permission, but if you ain't got permission, don't film. Well, there you go, just had a third shot on Icon. Definitely gets faster throughout the day. That was fantastic. There's half an hour of the park left, but this one here can't be arsed doing anything else.
Well, I don't want to do the big one because it hurts my head, and Revolution also hurts my head, and Infusion's just whiplash central, and that's like, and the Big Dipper is rattly as anything.
Right, so she's pretty critical of most of the rides here.
They're just old, that's all.
Like your dad.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's been interesting. I started this wondering how busy it was going to be because, as I say, everyone's like, park's always dead. It's a bank holiday. It's not been the busiest, I have to say. And look, that's fantastic as a guest, being able to just walk on things. But it's worrying as an enthusiast, as I said earlier, like, you know, if the park's not getting enough visitors and enough people through the door, then they're just going to struggle. I do wonder, I mean, there's a couple of options here. There's a lot of people that are wanting them to bring back the non-rider pass. You know, it could be a bunch of families that aren't coming in because one person isn't prepared to pay the 40 quid to go on nothing. That's one option, get more people in, get extra cash. I do think whatever's going to replace the Grand Prix is going to be critical though. They've obviously not said anything. It's like, what, a week and a half, 2 weeks, something like that, until they do the final lap. I really hope at that event they kind of announce what's coming, or at least drop some hints. But equally, I'm not holding my breath. So let me know what you think. Are you worried about this park? And what do you think they're going to do with that big space? Tons of options, but who knows? Anyway, if you've enjoyed this one, make sure you hit that like button. If you've not liked it, hit the other button, that works too. Also hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios.